here today, but whoever we have here will be kind of like taking them and trying to bridge them into what we're doing as it relates to the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's.
So how'd you get involved in this? You said it was a few years ago.
Yeah, it was about 3 years ago. I've always loved soccer, even from a little kid. Played growing up in my native country, Liberia. You know, my son was 3 and 4 years old. That's him over there in the red shirt.
Okay.
I started coaching, but then once I started coaching about 2 or 3 years, there was just something in my heart that says, man, I want to use my combination of soccer and my desire to mentor predominantly African-American kids who may be coming from single-family homes. So I say I can use those two combinations to kind of help make a difference. So while I was in the process of doing this in my local community in Douglasville, I get a phone call from my wife in Atlanta who was teaching at a inner city school and said, hey, Lucini, you know that they have a soccer team here at this nonprofit called City of Refuge? So when she tells me that, I am like, okay, who do I talk to? She gave me the name of the youth programming director. When I talked to him, he was like, man, yeah, man, we got this program, but I don't like the way things are going, and I need some help and assistance. And I was like, well, I have a desire and passion to do it. It's just that I'm starting from ground up and I got to raise all the resources. He said, yeah, we have the resources, vans, we have connections, we can get you to Jersey. So I was like, well, I got passion, you got resources, let's do it. So 2.5 years I ran that program, but on the inside of me, I wanted to do more. I wanted to move just beyond the nonprofit to the entire community and give these kids the opportunity to experience the sport, but also to give them the chance to experience the mentoring and the life skills that come along. We focus on 3 things: soccer, exposure, and character. For people in the Southeast who likes football, is SEC. You know, so I kind of like that. I kind of like the acronym and how it ties into the Southeast. But soccer, exposure, character. So soccer, we spend a lot of time, you know, working on the fundamentals of the game, helping them to build up skill so that they can be successful in the game, not just throwing it at them and say, hey, let's just run around and kick soccer ball. And then we also, a part of that is also exposing them to the totality of the game. Because in my past role as the director of City of Refuge Soccer, we played small-sided. There were a lot of the rules missing from the game. It was fun, introductory for the kids, but I wanted these kids to get the holistic view. So that's why we started the first travel soccer team in their community. It's a recreational team, but it's more than they've ever played before, and it's giving them the chance to travel in different cities and in and around Atlanta to expose them beyond their environment. It's about exposure. If I expose them more, they can dream beyond where they are. So this journey has taken us to connections with Emory University men's soccer team, Georgia State men's soccer team. So we have people from Georgia State and Emory that spend time with these kids. We take them to college games, professional games, and like I said, the whole idea is their total development so that they can become successful. It's more than just the soccer. And then we also, a major part of what we do is certifying our kids 13 and older as soccer referees. So these kids can go on the weekend and go and referee games. As of this last season, we've certified about 7 which were active, and among those 7 kids, they referee over about 165 games. So for a young kid who had no idea of an opportunity to work, this is something, and our goal is to have about 20 kids certified every year and giving them the chance to, I mean, referees are in demand. So if you're playing the game, I mean, get a chance to do it. So soccer, exposure, character. Character, we focus on attributes about how you on the field, off the field, and then how we use Christ as the basis for, okay, how did he perform these characteristics like love, like patience, like kindness, like dependability, like self-control. And my kids, in our first season, we lost all of our games. But if you had seen the way in which they responded to their losses, it would have amplified the importance of those attributes that we were teaching them. And then also this season, the last season that just ended, we were fortunate to win our first game. In fact, if you go on our website, you will see a picture on the home page of them running and celebrating after winning their first game. We could have won more games, but it's something to build upon. So now the kids are getting it, and we're just going to continue moving forward and helping them to be successful.
Cool.
Yeah.